Hello everybody, Tom again from Overland Transportation System. I wanted to shoot another video, work on my editing skills, but unfortunately I have nothing with trains on it today. So we're going to go inside and we're going to introduce my fish tanks. We'll catch you in a bit. Okay, we're back again, and now we're looking at one of my three fish tanks here. This is a 55-gallon. This is a friendly community tank. The background I made out of styrofoam and some gray paint and some stuff they call dry lock that you paint on concrete walls and stuff to seal them. And I mixed in a little sacrete and made the background look like a real rock formation, but it is just stacked styrofoam with some caves and tunnels cut in it. And we'll come in a little closer and we can identify some of the different fish that I have in here. Okay, we'll come on in a little closer. Okay, these little white fish that you see here, they are just a plain white, kind of not really an albino, but they're a white tetra. And the guy in the background, he is black fin tetra. And they all get along really, really well. And this little guy down here, he's got two names. He either goes by a dojo louch or a Chinese weatherfish. And I got two of these. This is the bigger of the two. And right now, these guys know that with me standing in front of the tank, that they could get fed. And so they're really active at the moment, panning about. Let's see, down in here right now, these are also tetras, and I've got a school of those. There's like 7 of them, and they just all pal around together, and they're pretty happy in here. I like a lot of bottom dwellers. Here's a little Corridora. He's just a plain green Corridora, and there's his buddy, the albino Corridora. I happen to know that the albino is a female because she has on a number of occasions laid some eggs, but apparently no one has ever fertilized them because I've never gotten any babies. The eggs have never hatched. There's our friendly louch again, and there's a little spotted Corridora. I've got quite a few of the Corridoras. They're an interesting little fish. They just kind of putter around the bottom and scavenge about. And in the very, very back there, there is an albino sucker type fish, and that guy is the male, and there are 5 females, and every so often I do get little ones in this tank. Every so often. We'll pan around a little bit and see what else we can find. Okay, there's a little spotted Corridora. I've got 2 of those. And I'll pan slow so I don't make you seasick, especially in the fish tank. Down in here you can see a little bit more of this simulated rock foundation that I made out of the styrofoam. I just stacked 1-inch styrofoam, sheet after sheet, carved it, siliconed each layer, held it together with some wooden toothpicks, and then painted the whole thing with 3 layers of dry lock with some sacrete mixed in. And it has been in this tank now every bit of 4 years, and it's doing quite fine. These are just pieces of lava rock. I try to give the fish lots of homes and caves and craters and stuff, so they can each have their own little cubby. You can see the little black tetras in the bottom. They like hanging out down there in that dark cave. Alrighty, we are going to leave this fish tank, and we're going to go over to my other 55, and we're going to meet Pinky. And Pinky is a rather large red devil cichlid. And Pinky is a male. You can tell by that lump on his head. The males have the lump on the head, and he is right in the corner coming to see me because he too thinks he's going to get a little bite to eat, and we probably will give him a bite. And down at this end of the tank, you can see just some typical normal goldfish. Those goldfish were only about 1 inch long when they got in here, and they were supposed to be a meal for Pinky. And Pinky was supposed to be so aggressive that they wouldn't last. But he made friends with those goldfish, and now they're every bit of 4 or 5 inches long. One there you can see has the real fancy tail. One is white with red eyes, and the other one's just your typical goldfish. And right in the center you can see the blue dog toy. This is Pinky's third dog toy. He plays with these dog toys to entertain himself. This is his second ball. He had a red ball that he was a lot more aggressive at than this blue one. And he also had a ring that he would swim inside, pick it up with his mouth, and maybe he'll play with this a little bit while we're filming. It would be nice so you could see him interact with that. But that occupies him through the day, and he just kind of pushes it around, bites on it, and shows his dominance over that. But here's Pinky again. He's a good size fish. He's probably about 11 inches long, probably 5 inches in height, and every bit of 2-3 inches in girth. And then we'll pan on down to the very last tank that I keep in like a nighttime lighting. This here is my marble goby, and you can just see him down in here. With me in front of the tank, he's already in position to eat. He normally stays in the back, but when I come near the tank, he gets in position. He only eats live bait. I'll see if, without disturbing the camera too much, I can turn on the light in daylight for just a little bit, and you can see the coloration in this marbled goby. Let me see here. Okay, there you can see him. He is probably now about 7 inches long. He's pretty good size. When I got him, he come in on an airplane from New Jersey. Had to pick him up at the Jacksonville airport, and I didn't think he was going to make it. He was only about as large as my pinky. Pinky, other fish. On the pinky on my hand. He was only about maybe 1.5 inches long by a little bigger around than a cigarette. And I says, I don't think this fish is going to make it. But I've had him now probably going on 5 years. And he eats nothing but live bait. And so I will switch this back to nighttime for him. It's a little easier on his eyes. See if I can do this without disturbing the camera. Okay, we're back to night light. All right, I'm going to put this on pause, and I'm going to get some food, and we'll get to see the fish eat. Okay, we're back. We're back at the 55, and I have sprinkled some freeze-dried bloodworms in the tank, and back out a little bit, and you can see that the fish are all swimming about to get their own little share of that food. And they're a happy little community tank. I'll shut this off again, and I'll get some food for Pinky. And I almost have to watch feeding Pinky that he don't jump up and get my finger. Hang on. Okay, we're back live again, and I got the lid open, and Pinky's looking, and I'm gonna drop this. Oh, there, yeah. Pinky, he'll take food pretty regular. He comes over to this corner of the tank, and I all but hand feed him. He actually has teeth about the size of a squirrel. And if you've seen the condition of the 2 previous rubber toys that he beat up, you wouldn't want to put your finger too close there either. Alrighty, I'm going to shut this off, and we're going to see about getting some live bait for the goby. Okay, I've decided to turn it on daylight. I don't know how goby will respond to this. but it seems the goldfish has. The goldfish was looking at the fish in the 55 next to it, and couldn't understand why he couldn't go join them. So he's now on this side of the tank, and goby and other fish have a lateral line that goes the length of the body, and that picks up vibration. And so even though goby is not faced towards the goldfish, he's well aware of where the goldfish is, how close it is. They can also detect by the way a fish is swimming or lack thereof if the fish may be injured. And goby, being that type of a ambush predator, he will take dead fish as well as live fish. I try not to give him any dead fish because you never know what could happen as a result of him eating a dead fish. You don't know what caused the fish to die. You wouldn't want to give that problem to the goby. So I stick with live fish, and I make sure that none of his diet is unhealthy, and hopefully we'll get a response here and I can wrap up this video. Okay, I'm back live again. Goby went back behind his rock during intermission. It was probably an hour and a half that I was on pause, and I finally had re-caught the goldfish, and in getting him out of the net, his fins got caught in the net, and getting him unsnarled. He's not faring too well at the moment. As you can see, him just kind of, he's still alive, but he's just kind of going on the current right now. He's not swimming too well. He got injured in the capture of the net, and so he's just floating around at the top. Goby is down behind his rock. He got frustrated at waiting, and I needed to capture the fish and possibly get another one, kind of speed things along. And well, maybe he's coming around a little bit better now. The goldfish seems to be trying to swim a little bit. His fins got hurt while getting into the holes of the net. Now that he's swimming a little strange, of course Goby will pick up on that too, and being a predatory ambush hunter, as I said before, he lays motionless and waits for an opportunity to come to him. If the goldfish has enough stamina to start swimming again, he may make his way down towards the bottom where Goby is, or he may get caught up in the current of the filter, and that'll just kind of push him down towards the bottom. That's where that's that current that I was talking about earlier. There is a current that comes from that filter, and Goby lays right at the edge of that current, and he waits for prey to ride the current and basically come right to him. The goldfish is very close at this point to that that current now, and you're gonna, yeah, he's trying to fight away from the current a little bit at the moment. So we'll see if the goldfish gets into that current. He's about 3 inches away from it. We'll see if the current pushes him down towards the bottom. If not, I'll put the camera on pause again. And I may even have to get another goldfish. I was even considering putting a second one in there so that maybe the two could pal around and wouldn't be so concerned about a new surroundings. Okay, looks like Goby is going to strike. He senses that the goldfish appears injured, and so Goby has raised up from the point where he lays, and he may decide to make a strike. It looks like that's exactly what's about to happen, folks. Yeah, you're going to get to see it right here. Oof, there he goes. As I said, if it would have been a little more dramatic if you had seen Goby from a dead stop go in motion on the bottom of the tank. But that's it. And so I'll cut this loose now and do some editing. And thanks for watching. Well, folks, there you have it. Another video made by Tom at Overland Transportation System. I really do hope that none of the viewers were offended in what they saw with Goby eating his meal. It's just a natural progression of life. Fish eat fish. And while it's true that I don't have to keep such a fish, I could leave that to their natural habitat. I do find predatory fish rather interesting. And so with that, I'm going to let you go. And again, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.